Chosen One, put everything aside right now. This message cannot wait. What I'm about to reveal concerns your daughter, whether she walks beside you in flesh or lives eternally in your heart, whether she's your biological child or the one heaven assigned to your spirit. This is not random. You didn't stumble here. The divine orchestrator guided your fingers to this exact moment, because tomorrow everything shifts. Tomorrow, the chains that bound her destiny shatter. Tomorrow, the prayers you whispered in darkness manifest in blazing light. Listen closely. Your daughter has been marked by heaven since before her first breath. She carries a frequency that disrupts kingdoms of darkness. That's why her journey has been harder than most. That's why she's faced battles that would break grown warriors. The enemy saw her destiny before you did. They saw the nations she would heal, the generations she would liberate, the strongholds she would demolish with just her presence. So they attacked early, they attacked hard, they attacked her confidence, her identity, her sense of worth. But here's what hell didn't calculate. She has you. You, Chosen One, were strategically placed as her guardian, her intercessor, her spiritual covering. Every tear you shed for her was collected in heaven's treasury. Every sleepless night you spent praying became ammunition against her adversaries. You were not just raising a child. You were protecting a prophecy. You were not just nurturing a girl. You were guarding a world changer. Psalm 127:3 declares, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him." But your daughter is more than heritage. She's an arrow designed to pierce specific darkness. Psalm 127:4 continues, "Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth." You are that warrior, and tomorrow that arrow gets released into her divine trajectory. Maybe you've watched her struggle with rejection, with relationships that dimmed her light, with opportunities that seemed to slip through her fingers like water. Maybe you've seen brilliance trapped behind fear, potential caged by past wounds, dreams deferred by circumstances that made no sense. You've prayed until your knees were raw. You've declared until your voice was hoarse. You've wondered if heaven was listening. Chosen One, every single prayer was heard. They weren't delayed. They were being strategically accumulated for this precise moment. Tomorrow isn't just another day. It's the day heaven has marked for divine intervention. The angels assigned to her case have received their orders. The blockades are being dismantled as you read these words. The maze she's been trapped in is about to straighten into a highway of holiness. Isaiah 43:4 is manifesting over her life. A voice of one calling, "In the wilderness prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be raised up, every mountain and hill made low. The rough ground shall become level, the rough places a plain. Those valleys of depression, those mountains of opposition, that rough ground of confusion, all of it is being supernaturally leveled. Tomorrow, she wakes up different, not because of what she does, but because of what heaven is doing. The spiritual atmosphere around her is shifting from resistance to acceleration. Doors that were welded shut will swing open without her even knocking. People who ignored her will suddenly seek her wisdom. Opportunities that seemed impossible will present themselves with divine ease. But there's something specific you need to know. Your daughter carries a Deborah anointing. Like the prophetess in Judges 4, she's designed to lead in spaces where women were told they don't belong. She's crafted to speak truth in chambers of deception. She's anointed to mother nations, whether through biological children, spiritual offspring, or revolutionary ideas that birth new realities. The enemy knew this. That's why the attack started young. Remember when she was little, how she saw things others didn't, how she felt things deeper than seemed normal, how she asked questions that made adults uncomfortable. That wasn't coincidence. She was born with spiritual sight, prophetic sensitivity, and a direct line to heaven's frequency. The enemy tried to convince her she was too much, too sensitive, too different. But those weren't flaws. They were features of her divine design. Tomorrow the veil lifts. She'll begin to understand that her sensitivity is prophetic gifting. Her intensity is holy fire. Her difference is divine distinction. What isolated her was actually insulating her for this moment of emergence. She wasn't rejected. She was reserved. She wasn't forgotten. She was hidden until heaven's perfect timing. Kings 4:16 speaks of the Shunammite woman who was promised, "About this time next year, you shall embrace a son. I declare over your daughter, by this time tomorrow you shall embrace your destiny." The barrenness ends. The waiting concludes. The breakthrough manifests. You might be thinking, but you don't know her struggles. You don't know what she's facing. You're right. I don't need to know the details because heaven knows everything. And heaven has already provided the solution. That addiction that's gripping her, it loses its power tomorrow. That toxic relationship that's draining her, it gets severed by divine intervention. That depression that's clouding her vision, it lifts like morning fog before sunshine. Listen, your daughter is about to experience what I call a suddenly moment. Like Paul on the road to Damascus in Acts 9:3, as he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. Her Damascus moment arrives tomorrow. The sudden shift that changes everything. The instant when heaven invades earth specifically for her. But here's your part, chosen one. Tonight, before you sleep, you need to perform a prophetic act. Take a piece of paper and write her name at the top. Underneath, write these words: "Tomorrow, heaven invades my daughter's life." Every chain breaks. Every door opens. Every promise manifests. Fold it 3 times, representing the Trinity's involvement in her breakthrough. Place it under your pillow as you sleep. This isn't superstition. It's faith in action. It's agreement with heaven's agenda. Then speak this over her, whether she's in the next room or across the world, whether she's in this realm or the next. Daughter of promise, tomorrow your season shifts. You are seen, you are chosen, you are powerful beyond measure. What tried to break you has actually prepared you for breakthrough. Rise, shine, for your light has come. The wealth transfer happening tomorrow isn't just financial, though finances will flow. It's a transfer of authority, influence, favor, and divine positioning. She's about to be placed in rooms she couldn't enter before. Her voice will carry weight it never carried. Her presence will shift atmospheres. Her ideas will find fertile ground. Proverbs 31:25 declares about the virtuous woman, "She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come." Tomorrow your daughter gets clothed in supernatural strength. The dignity stolen from her gets restored 7-fold. She'll laugh at the future because she'll see it clearly, and it's glorious. Some of you have daughters who've been hidden in the shadows of others' success. They've been the backbone without recognition, the brain behind operations that never bore their name. Tomorrow the hidden gets revealed. Like Esther, who was positioned in the palace for such a time as this, your daughter is about to step into her palace moment. The crown that's been waiting fits perfectly. For those whose daughters have been battling illness, hear this word. Tomorrow, healing flows like a river. Not partial relief, but complete restoration. The diagnosis that brought fear becomes a testimony of divine reversal. Doctors will use words like miraculous and unexplainable. You'll know it's the hand of God. Jeremiah 30:17 promises, "But I will restore you to health and heal your wounds," declares the Lord. That restoration begins at sunrise tomorrow. Every cell in her body will respond to heaven's frequency. Every system will align with divine health. What medicine couldn't fix, heaven's touch will heal. Your daughter's creativity is about to explode. Those dreams she buried, those talents she's been hiding, those gifts she thought weren't good enough, they're about to demand expression. The world needs what she carries. Tomorrow, divine inspiration floods her mind. Solutions to problems she's never considered will download into her spirit. Innovations that transform industries will spring from her imagination. She's about to create wealth, not just receive it. She'll build kingdoms, not just inhabit them. She'll solve problems that have stumped experts. Why? Because Daniel 2:22 reveals, he reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with him. Your daughter is about to receive revelation that bypasses human intelligence and taps directly into divine wisdom. For those whose daughters have been struggling with identity, searching for purpose, wondering why they're here, tomorrow brings crystal clarity. The fog of confusion dissipates. The questions that tormented find answers. She'll wake up knowing exactly who she is and why she was born. The identity crisis ends, and the identity revelation begins. Romans 8:19 declares, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." Your daughter is one of those children creation has been waiting to see revealed. Tomorrow, that revelation happens. Creation itself will respond to her emergence. Opportunities will seek her out. Resources will find their way to her. Favor will follow her like a shadow. Now let me address those of you who've been praying for your daughter's relationships. Tomorrow, divine connections activate. The right people will suddenly appear in her life. Mentors she needs will reach out unexpectedly. Partners worthy of her glory will present themselves. Friendships that feed her purpose will form. The season of relational poverty ends, but also know this. Tomorrow, toxic connections will be supernaturally severed. People who've been draining her energy, using her gifts, dimming her light, they'll exit without drama. It'll be like they just fade away, lose interest, find other focuses. This isn't rejection, it's divine protection. Heaven is clearing space for kingdom connections. Your daughter is about to become a lighthouse for her generation. Others will see her transformation and be inspired to believe for their own. She won't just receive breakthrough, she'll become breakthrough for others. Her testimony will unlock prison doors. Her story will heal wounded hearts. Her rise will give others permission to rise. Isaiah 60:1-3 is her portion. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the peoples. But the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Tomorrow she arises. Tomorrow she shines. Tomorrow nations begin their journey to her light. This isn't arrogance, it's divine assignment. She was created to illuminate, to guide, to lead others out of darkness. For you mothers who've been carrying guilt, wondering if you did enough, if you protected enough, if you loved enough, be free. Every mistake you think you made was already factored into her destiny. God used even your imperfections to perfect her journey. Tomorrow, you'll see that nothing was wasted. Every experience, even the painful ones, positioned her for this moment of glory. Fathers, uncles, grandfathers reading this, your protective prayers have formed a spiritual fortress around her. Tomorrow, you'll see the fruit of your intercession. The little girl you prayed over becomes the warrior woman heaven designed. Your blessing over her life activates in unprecedented ways. Some of you have been wondering why her breakthrough has taken so long. Here's the truth. She wasn't delayed. She was being developed. Every setback was actually a setup. Every rejection was redirection. Every closed door was divine protection from premature promotion. Tomorrow, heaven reveals it was all preparation for something bigger than you imagined. Your daughter is about to step into what I call accelerated favor. What should take years will happen in months. What should take months will happen in weeks. What should take weeks will happen in days. Time bends to heaven's agenda. The laws of natural progression don't apply to divine intervention. Amos 9:13 promises, "The days are coming, declares the Lord, when the reaper will be overtaken by the plowman, and the planter by the one treading grapes." Your daughter enters this supernatural acceleration tomorrow. Harvest comes before the seed fully grows. Success comes before the process completes. Breakthrough comes before the battle ends. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, command every demonic assignment against your daughter to be cancelled. Speak it with authority. Every hex, every curse, every spell, every negative word spoken over my daughter is now broken by the blood of Jesus. Every generational curse stops tonight. Every familiar spirit loses its familiarity. Every stronghold crumbles. Then declare the opposite. My daughter is blessed, highly favored, deeply loved, fully equipped, divinely positioned, supernaturally empowered, and unstoppable in purpose. Feel the shift in the atmosphere as heaven responds to your declaration. Tomorrow morning, something unusual will happen. You'll know the shift has occurred. Maybe she'll call unexpectedly with good news. Maybe you'll just feel it in your spirit. A lightness, a joy, a knowing that everything has changed. Trust that feeling. It's heaven confirming what's been accomplished. Your daughter's financial breakthrough tomorrow isn't just about money appearing. It's about her discovering she's a wealth creator, not just a wage earner. Ideas worth millions will download into her spirit. Connections that lead to contracts will manifest. Skills she didn't know she had will suddenly emerge. The poverty mindset that may have plagued your family for generations breaks off her tomorrow. Deuteronomy 8:18 reminds us, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Tomorrow, that ability activates in your daughter. She won't just receive wealth. She'll generate it. She won't just be blessed. She'll become a blessing distribution center. For those whose daughters have been battling anxiety and fear, tomorrow brings supernatural peace. The spirit of fear that has tormented her loses its grip. Philippians 4:7 manifests, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." That guard takes position tomorrow. No more panic attacks. No more sleepless nights. No more paralyzing fear. Your daughter is about to discover her voice, not just literally, but spiritually and authoritatively. If she's been silent when she should speak, tomorrow she finds courage. If she's been overlooked in conversations, tomorrow she commands attention. Her words will carry weight. Her opinions will be sought. Her wisdom will be recognized. The dreams she's been having, pay attention to them. Tomorrow, their meaning becomes clear. She's been receiving divine intelligence through night visions. Joel 2:28 is manifesting, "I will pour out my spirit on all people." Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. Your daughter is stepping into prophetic clarity. Some of you have daughters who've been fighting battles in the legal system, custody disputes, unfair accusations, or systemic injustice. Tomorrow, divine justice prevails. Like Daniel in the lion's den, she'll emerge unscathed. The mouths speaking against her will be shut. The evidence needed will surface. The favor required will manifest. Isaiah 54:17 activates, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." Tomorrow, your daughter's beauty radiates in a new way. Not just physical beauty, though she'll glow differently, but her inner beauty, her spiritual radiance, her divine essence will become undeniable. People will be drawn to her light without understanding why. She'll become magnetic to the right opportunities and repellent to wrong ones. For those whose daughters have been struggling with forgiveness, either giving it or receiving it, tomorrow brings release. The prison of unforgiveness opens. The chains of resentment break. She'll wake up with supernatural capacity to forgive what seemed unforgivable. And she'll finally forgive herself for things she's carried too long. Your daughter is about to become a solution provider. Where others see problems, she'll see possibilities. Where others feel stuck, she'll see pathways. This isn't learned behavior. It's divine download. Tomorrow, problem-solving abilities that astound experts will emerge from her spirit. Corinthians 2:9 declares, "What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him." Your daughter is about to step into the inconceivable, the unprecedented, the impossible made possible. Tonight, take a moment to remember every prayer you've prayed for her, every tear you've cried, every night you stayed awake interceding. Tomorrow, heaven responds to all of it at once. The accumulated prayers release like a dam breaking. The flood of answered prayer will be overwhelming. Your daughter's influence is about to expand beyond your wildest dreams. She won't just impact her immediate circle. She'll influence culture. Her ideas will shape conversations. Her choices will inspire movements. Her life will become a template others follow. Not because she seeks influence, but because heaven has ordained it. For mothers who lost daughters too soon, who hold them in heaven rather than earth, know this: tomorrow, their heavenly assignment concerning you manifests powerfully. You'll feel their presence stronger than you have in years. Signs will appear, comfort will flow, and the purpose that seemed to die with them will resurrect in ways that honor their memory while propelling you forward. Tomorrow, generational patterns break off your daughter's life. If women in your family have struggled with specific issues, unhealthy relationships, addiction, poverty, disease, those patterns end with her. She becomes the circuit breaker. The generational curse stops and generational blessings begin. Your daughter is about to discover strengths she didn't know existed. Courage she thought she lacked will surge through her veins. Intelligence she doubted will shine brilliantly. Leadership abilities she's never exercised will emerge naturally. Tomorrow, she stops seeing herself through the lens of limitation and starts seeing herself through heaven's eyes. Chosen one, as you release this word over your daughter's life, know that heaven is backing every declaration. Angels are being dispatched to ensure fulfillment. The cloud of witnesses is cheering for her emergence. All of creation is positioning itself to support her rise. Tomorrow isn't just another day in your daughter's life. It's the day heaven has marked for divine intervention. It's the day the tide turns. It's the day everything changes. Sleep tonight in peace, knowing that when tomorrow's sun rises, it illuminates a completely different landscape for your daughter. Her winter is ending. Her spring is beginning. Her harvest is guaranteed. Her destiny is sealed. Her breakthrough is certain. Tomorrow, the chosen daughter rises, and nothing in hell or earth can stop what heaven has decreed. If this message resonates in your spirit, comment, "Tomorrow, my daughter rises," below. Share this with other parents who need this word. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss the testimonies that will follow. Type 667 if you receive this word for your daughter. Remember, tomorrow everything changes. The waiting is over. The breakthrough begins. Your daughter's time is now. Heaven has spoken, so let it be.